Hi, I'm Kiri, and this is our dinosaur unit study. To get ready for the unit study, I collected all the books that we either already had or books from the library that were based off dinosaurs. I also made a Lapbook for the unit study. Now on the Lapbook you can see the Dinosaur Before Dark Magic Tree House cover, and I put that on there because that's the main book my son was having to read on his own for this unit study. Inside, I found all of this on homeschoolshare.com. The first part is the days of creation, where my son had to write the verse that went with each day of what God created. Dinosaur, this is just a definition flip book where my son had to write the definition of dinosaur. Dinosaur World Map was really neat because it gives a picture of the continent, labels each continent, and then it has a dinosaur that has been found on the continent. So for this, I went ahead and did this part on my own, and then I kept the dinosaurs separated. When it came time for my son to complete this book, I had him cut out the dinosaurs and glue them next to the continent that they've been found, or one of the continents that they've been found on. To find the answers to that, I had him go to Dinosaur Discovery, and if they weren't in there, then we found them in Ask a Dinosaur. So that's how we did that. And then the Behemoth book is the part in Job where God is talking to Job about this great beast he had created a long time ago. So it has part of the verse. I had my son finish the verses, and all it is God describing this great beast he had made. Favorite fact: I waited for this until the last day of our unit study. That way my son just had plenty of information and things that he could write. How big were they, or were the dinosaurs? This is a graph, so this is a little bit of math thrown in your unit study. Down the bottom is a list of some of the dinosaurs, and then this column is all of the feet. To find this answer, again, we went to Dinosaur Discovery or Ask a Dinosaur. My dinosaur book's a Ciliosaurus book where the children come up with their own dinosaur. On the left side they draw a picture of their dinosaur, and on the right they list the name, the anatomy, possible diet, and interesting fact. My son named it Popsicle Stand. Now as you can see, it is spelled wrong. The reason why he did that was because he said they had to be spelled differently than Popsicle Stand where we go and buy popsicles. So I only let him do that because this is a silly book, and everything else he had to spell correctly. For anatomy, he describes its spiked tail. Possible diet, he said it's a meat eater. Interesting fact, he talked about how the tongue was split. Pretty scary dinosaur, huh? Okay, Dino Adjective book I made, and in it is the printables that you can print out from homeschoolshare.com, where you can print it out, cut it out, glue them wherever you want, and then the children are to write adjectives on the dinosaurs. I just went ahead and put them in a book. Reptiles, my son had to cut out these little pictures and glue them in, and it's just comparing reptiles to dinosaurs. Paleontologist, this is another definition book where they have to write the definition of paleontologist. Extinction's the same. Have to write a definition of extinction. Now, vocabulary words, I came up with this. And I only picked out 4 vocabulary words, all of which are herbivore, carnivore, and omnivore, and Cretaceous period. I picked Cretaceous period as one of the vocabulary words only because this is the period that Jack and Annie travel back to in Dinosaurs Before Dark, even though we did cover all the periods of the dinosaurs. Now, putting our lap book away, I will show you the books we read. We read the Magic School Bus book, or the Time of the Dinosaurs. Now, this one was really neat because they travel back to the Triassic and the Jurassic and the Cretaceous, and in each period that they travel to, they get to see different dinosaurs from that period. And they talk about the overall differences. So that was really neat. Now we did also watch the episode of this, but they don't travel to the Jurassic or the Jurassic on the episode, so it's a little disappointing. I like the book better. Wild About Dinosaurs is a craft book, so this threw in some art with our unit study. Then we also had Dinosaur Discovery. Now in here, they actually have some projects for the kids to do. And like here, we didn't do very many of these, but we did just take time to read the facts. Ask a Dinosaur is really a neat book because it's as though the children are asking the question and then it's written like the dinosaurs are answering them. So there's a lot of fun facts and great pictures in there. Dinosaur Dinners we already had. This is an easy reader. My son's in 3rd grade, so he blew through this pretty quickly. So what I had him do was I had him do a book report on this. So he had a nonfiction book report and then a fiction book report that he had to do. Now for the Magic Tree House, if you go to magictreehouse.com, they have a little quiz the children can take and earn a stamp for their passport. So it's kind of reinforcing reading comprehension. We also read Patrick's Dinosaurs. That's just another fiction book. Now for a special project, I had my son pick out a dinosaur that he wanted to do his own lap book on. And from there, I gave him a list of what I wanted the lap book to have. I wanted what the Ankylosaurus' predator was. I wanted where the Ankylosaurus fossils had been found. I wanted natural ways of self-protection, which he had a picture of the plates that are on the back and the tail, and then a picture of the Ankylosaurus fighting. I also wanted a skeleton, their teeth, and what they ate, which this is a picture of it eating grass. Oh, I also wanted a picture of the anatomy. How big was it? And where it lived. Or when it lived, sorry. When it lived with Lake Cretaceous. So for this, like I said, I wrote down a list of what I wanted. But then, to get the pictures, I had him sit on the side of the computer where he couldn't see the screen, and he had to read the list to me. I only did that because you don't know what's going to pop up, so I would check the images to make sure nothing inappropriate was there. And if there wasn't, I would let him look at the screen and pick out the picture that he wanted, print it out. So I printed out all the pictures, and then he got to go back into the classroom and cut them out and glue them and label them all by himself. So that was an independent project that was great for him to do. He really loved learning more about his favorite dinosaur. So as you can see, our unit study covered science, history, art, writing, and reading. Now the subjects it didn't cover, we do separately in All About Spelling, McRuffy Press Language Arts, and McRuffy Press Math. I just keep those separated because it's easier for me to make sure he's getting these skills that he needs, and I don't really see how I can enforce these skills to the level that they are enforced in these books in the unit study. It also kept the unit study really fun to him. And this unit study only took us 2 weeks to complete. It could easily go longer if your children are really interested in dinosaurs. My son wasn't. So it only took us 2 weeks to cover my goal list. So that's it, but this was a really great unit study, really great books, and I just hope you enjoyed this video and hope it helps you with your dinosaur unit study.